Tonight, we start with the latest on the escalating conflict in the Middle East. Thank you so much for joining us for 13 News Now at 6. I'm Dana Smith.
And I'm Janet Roach. Today, the Pentagon says it is ramping up efforts in the Middle East. The White House insists that U.S. operations are still escalating and that military assets in the region are equipped to keep the conflict going and outlast the Iranian regime. However, today the administration also called on defense contractors to produce more weapons stockpiles. 6 U.S. service members have been killed in retaliatory strikes from Iran and several others injured. A war powers resolution is dead in the Senate after a vote of 53 to 47 against the move that sought to limit President Trump's military options without congressional approval.
The vote faced an uphill battle as Republicans control the Senate, and it was largely seen as a symbolic move. Emily Harrison spoke with Senator Tim Kaine ahead of the vote.
I'm standing with a stop sign, doing everything I can to stop my colleagues from embarking on yet another war in the Middle East.
It's the second time in less than a year Senator Tim Kaine has forced a war powers vote, as the senator says only Congress has the power to declare war. While Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth has called the conflict in Iran, quote, a war, Hegseth says the U.S. cannot afford to back down.
More and larger waves are coming. We are just getting started.
Human rights activists report more than 1,000 Iranian civilians are dead in just the first 5 days of this conflict. And on Wednesday, U.S. officials identified 4 of the 6 service members killed in action. Congresswoman Jen Kiggans defended the president's actions, saying in the long run, she believes it will save American lives.
These are people that shout death to America in the streets. So they are ready and willing to do our country harm. And the fact that this administration took that step, I certainly support that action. I'm proud of our military.
But the Congresswoman did not say if she will vote yes or no when a similar vote is introduced on the House floor later this week. And lawmakers remain bitterly divided about whether this conflict was imminent or avoidable.
There was an imminent threat to our country. The president acted within his Article 2 authority to take action on that, to keep America safe, to keep Americans and our families safe.
Iran posed no imminent threat to the United States, as that phrase has traditionally been used to determine whether we need to take defensive action.
Emily Harrison, 13 News Now.
And Governor Abigail Spanberger also weighed in. The governor said, quote, only congressional authority can dictate and permit acts of war. My expectation and hope is that there will be a vote in Congress.